Good day, everyone. Trust you're doing great today. You're welcome to this lesson. My name is Adedayo Adegoke. Today, we are going to be considering the subject quantitative reasoning, and our topic for today is coding and decoding. That's what we want to look at today. Coding and decoding. Have you heard of coding before? Have you heard of decoding before? Okay, if you have heard of it, that's good. You are going to learn more about it. If you have not, okay, you are going to be learning about it today. It's a very interesting topic for you to learn. So make sure you have your writing materials there. If you need to pause the video, you can pause the video so that you can get all the information well. Once again, you're welcome to this lesson. Now, at the end of this lesson, you should be able to, number one, form other words or code other words. You are still going to learn what coding is. So you are to form other words or code other words. Then you are to decode to show the intended meaning. That is what the coded message is all about. You want to know what the coded message is. Okay, then you are to substitute and work sums. You are going to be learning all this as we progress. Now, what is coding and what is decoding? The term coding or decoding primarily relates with message sent in secret or sent in secret form which cannot be understood by others easily. Now, let me tell you, I want to tell you something and I don't want another person to hear. Maybe I want to tell you, and maybe you asked me, oh, what did you bring for me? And then maybe I've brought you a bag, but I don't want to say bag in the presence of every other person. So I can just quote the word. Instead of saying bag, I can just use them. Instead of using these letters, I can just use numbers. You know that we have A to Z in English, right? Okay, so I can just say my A is 1. I can just make my A to be 1, and then my B will become 2. Then what is G? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. G is 7. So instead of telling you, oh, I brought you a bag, I can just say, oh, 217, 217. And then, but you that I'm telling the secret message must also understand that my letter is representing numbers or that my number means letters. So the two of us, the person sending the message and the person receiving the message, must know how to code and how to decode. Is that okay? So I don't want to say bag. I'll just say, oh, 217. Then you now think in your mind, what's 217? That's BAG. Okay, so you just understand, oh, it's a bag. It's a bag. So that's how you know. That's what we call coding. You are hiding a message. You don't want someone else to get it, so you hide the message. That's what coding is. So coding, therefore, means rule or method. Look at it. The method used to hide the actual meaning. You know, actual means a real meaning. The actual meaning of a word or group of words. Sometimes it is not, you know, this one is one word. Sometimes it could be a group of words, like a sentence that someone is hiding. Is that okay? So coding means you hide the actual meaning of a group of words. Now let's see what decoding now means. Decoding means the method of making out the actual message. Someone has hidden the real meaning. Now you unravel, that is, you make it out, you bring out the real message that the person is hiding. You know, like I told you the other time, I said if I tell you 217, then you now think 217 means what? Oh, bag. The moment you get the bag, that means you have decoded the message. Is that okay? Coding means you hide it. Decoding means you reveal. You now understand what the message is. Is that okay? So it means making out the actual message. That is what disguise. Disguise means hidden. That is hidden in coding. Is that okay? How do we code and decode? Now, to decode the code, that is to review what has been hidden, you must look for patterns of letters and then substitute guesses for the real letters. You cannot just be guessing, you have to substitute. That is, if A is 1, then you must put A where 1 is and put B where 2 is. So you must follow the pattern. Okay. Now let's see some of the ways. Now before you look at some of the ways, take note of this SMART approach to coding and decoding. Number one, observe alphabets or numbers given in the question. Sometimes it's not the same all through. So you must observe. We are still going to talk more on that. So you must observe, that is, you must understand, you must search it well. Then try to find the pattern or sequence it follows. Okay, they will give you examples most of the time, then you have to use the examples to code or to decode. Okay, now you figure out the rule followed by giving arrangement of alphabets or numbers or words, whatever they give you. Just make sure that you figure out the rule, how they are decoding and how to code the message. Is that taken? Now look at this pattern that we have here. You know I told you about that bag, 217. Okay, we have the forward order of letters, that is A is 1, B is 2. You know ABC to Z. You know there are 26 letters. So Z is 26, Y is 25. This one is the forward order. That is, your A is 1, your Z is 26. Then we have the reverse order. In this reverse order, A is not 1, A is now the last, A is now 26, B is now 25. So it is now Z that is 1, Y is 2, X is 3, W is 4, V is 5, U is 6. Did you see that? This is the reverse order, not the forward order. Is that taken? It can be any pattern. I'm still going to show you some other patterns. Okay, this is still the forward patterns that we mentioned earlier. Okay, this A is still 1 here. You can see them. See the way it is written. Okay, here A is still 1, Z is 26. The same thing here too. You can see what we have here. Okay, A is 1, Z is 26. You can see that. Okay, so it is still the forward pattern. Look at this one. This one is not even forward or backward. They are using a letter to represent a letter. See, A to M, then N to Z. So A means N, N means A. Do you see this one now? Letter to represent letter. B means O, O means B. Look at this, C and P are together. D and Q, just like we have A, N, B, O. E and R, F and S, G and T, H and U, I and V, J and W, K and X, L and Y. Then we have M and Z. Look at this example that you're given. Hello, see, hello, H-E-L-L-O. So H is what? Look at H. What's the letter under H? That's what? U. Okay. E is what? Let's check E. E is what? R. So that's how we have R here. L is what? L. Where's L? That's see it here. L is what? Y. L again is what? Y. And then O is what? See O here. What's on top of O? That's B. Can you see that? So this is the answer. That's what we have here. Can you see it? So letter to represent letter. It depends on what they give you. If they give you letter to letter, then you do letter to letter. If you're giving letter to number, then you do letter to number. It depends on what you are given. Just follow the pattern. It is in one of the rows. Look at this one. Organization means these letters. Can you see the letters under? Can you see them? Then look at this one. Operation means these letters too. Can you see them? Now you are giving this word separation. You are the one that will check very well. See the word separation. Separation. So you ask yourself, S is what? Now if you look at what we have here, S, can you see S here? S is what? That's J. E is what? We have E in the second part. E is what? That's F. Can you see that? P is what? Where is P? Okay, P is here in the second one again. That's X. Can you see? A is what? A is W. Whether you check here or you check here, the A is the same. A is W because they are together. Then R is what? We have R here, that's B. R here too is B. They will be the same because it's the same coding and decoding. A again is W. T is what? That's Y. Okay. I is what? That's Q. O is what? O is C. And then N is what? L. Can you see that? So sometimes they will even give you two. You are the one that will check, you are the one that will decode. You will decode with the two you are given. Look at this one. Question here means numbers. So Q means 5, U means 6, E means 2, S 1, T 4, I 3, O 7, N 9. And they give you points. So you ask yourself, Q is what? That's 5. You can see. U is what? That's 6. E is what? That's 2. They give you E again, you write your 2 again. N is what? That's 9. And S is what? That's 1. Can you see that? Okay, let's look at this one. In this chart that we have here, A is 1, B is 2, the normal forward method. Z is 26. Now look at this question. This question is to test your mind. There are J mango trees in a garden. Let's say this is the garden. And there are J mango trees. What is J? J is what? 10. This work is very simple. So there are J mango trees. You ask yourself, what is J? J is what? 10. So that means there are what? 10 mango trees. There's one tree here. Okay, let's use this one as tree. 10 trees. We said J there means 10. So 10 trees. Now let's say, I will just, it's like this circle is a little bit small, but we'll just see how we can get it done. Okay. So there are J mango trees in the garden. I've drawn the J mango trees. Now, each mango tree has H mangoes on it. And H means what? 8, each of them. So this one has 8, this one has 8, this one has 8, 8, 8. Okay. 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Who is smart there? Have you gotten your answer? Okay, let's see anyway. Now, how many mangoes are there in the garden? 10 trees, 8 mangoes each. How many of them? How many mangoes are there? You have been given options. Is it 80 or 8 or 10 or 2? What's the answer? I love that. I'm sure some of you have gotten it. Okay, the answer is 8 times 10 or 10 trees times 8. That's 10 trees multiplied by 8 fruits each. 8 times 0 is 0 and 8 times 1 is what? 8. So our answer is what? 80. This is our answer. Okay. So coding and decoding can be used to ask you questions to test your knowledge too. Now we have seen what coding is, that is to hide a message, and decoding means to do what? To unravel, to reveal what has been hidden. So you have to answer these ones, okay? Now, if the word telegram is represented by this number, which is 94643852, then you have to code, that is change it. How can you be very smart about this? Let me tell you. Write the word out, telegram. You write the word out, telegram, so that you don't make a mistake. That's why you must write it out. Write the word out, telegram. Okay, is represented by what? That's 94. Write it underneath it. 9464 to avoid any error. 3852. You can see that we have 4 and 4 here because we have E and E there. So the letters must have the same numbers. Is that taken? So that's what you do. Then what do? You decode. Great will be the what now? What's great? You ask yourself, G is what? Great. G-R-E-A-T. G-R-E-A-T. So G is what? That's 3. Okay? And then R is what? R is 8. So you answer them. Number 1 has 3 questions. A, B, and C. Then number 2 has 3 questions. This one you decode. They have given you numbers. What does the numbers mean? So you decode them. Send the answers to my mail. That's adedayo.adegoke@greenland.org. I'll be expecting your answers. I'm sure you are a wonderful child and you'll do it and send to me. Okay? Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day and be happy.